Well, hello everyone, and welcome to a summary of Recovery Journal class where we are going cover to cover in Journal Volume 1. Today's lesson, you can find it on page 56 and 57, and it is day 23. And the title is Humble Yourself to See Better. Does someone have to beat you over the head to get you to take the help you've been asking for? I mean, don't you hear God or see the white flag waving for your attention, telling you to stop asking and start taking what is already there? We can see so much better when we voluntarily humble ourselves concerning the matters at hand. Doing this also plants our feet on solid ground. It's up to you to process information you've been given in a way that works for you, or did you want someone to do it for you? Just saying, life is very good at doing this humbling thing for us when we do not comply. It is up to you to take the help and use what you have been given to make some kind of difference in your life and hopefully someone else's too. So take a moment now and pause this and answer the questions on the board from your own perspective, and then come back and join us. Okay. So we began class today by defining the word humble. The dictionary definition is not proud or arrogant. Class says it's a human state of mind that allows a peaceful forward motion in life no matter what is occurring. Class says it's a clear view of self, and class says it's realizing what's going on. Then we define the word denial. Dictionary definition is a defense mechanism and failure to acknowledge. Class says it's a maladaptive survival skill. It's self-induced blindness. It's covering up. It's procrastinating. It is a behavior that allows us to hide from the truth. So then we began to further develop our boards now by answering the question, how do I know or act when I am defiant? Which means resisting or fighting things. Okay, to thine own self be true. So class says, well, how do I know or act? Well, I'm closed-minded, I'm rude, I'm angry, I eventually feel guilty, I'm overprotecting to a flaw, and I don't care what anyone says, I want to do what I want to do. How do I recognize when a friend or a person is being defiant? Well, class says, well, they won't listen to a word I say, they roll their eyes, they play like something's not a problem, they're ignorant, and they're self-absorbed. So we know how we act and how others act. We know that we can be any of the above here and act any of these ways ourselves, right? So we need a list, a strong list of ways that I can humble myself to see better. So class says, well, ways that I can humble myself to see better is I can be still, I can calm myself, I can ask others what they do. How do they humble themselves? This is information that we need that will help us to grow. Okay? I can talk with a friend, a sponsor, a counselor, a mentor, or an advisor, and that will put me in that direction. I can stay busy by having a positive outlook or do things that give me a positive outlook. I can focus on my hobbies. I can avoid negative things and people. I can find new friends. Our list gets stronger by saying, well, I can plan to do nature things that lead to a feeling of serenity, and I can talk or pray to my higher power. I can help others without expecting a payment. Just do something for someone just because it's what you're going to do. Okay? I can confide in a trusted person and then make sure I listen to what that person has to say or suggest for me to do, which means take direction from another. Okay, so if you go to the bottom of page 56, the question basically is saying, list 2 positive behaviors that help us to see eye level to other people. That means we're not more than, we're not less than. Eye level. Class says, well, I can respond with gratitude instead of being envious of another person. I can see and take the time to think of the things that it may have taken them to get to where they are going, and I can do them things too. I can be proactive in my own life. Another behavior is I can have empathy. I can compliment someone and tell them that they're doing a good job, and I can uplift someone. The other question on the page is ways that I am taking responsibility for my life today. Class says, okay, I'm taking responsibility by staying clean and sober, by living in recovery, by taking care of my mental health, by staying away from temptations, by making new friends, changing old behaviors, and, very important, showing up even when I don't want to. So then we came over to my page of thoughts, and today we talked about how I feel. So in this, we know that feelings pass, and we also know that sometimes we can't make ourselves not feel something, but we'll still try. So we've done negative things to try to make the feelings pass, while we can also do positive things to move us in that direction while that we're in that process. So class says I feel numb. So what was the opposite of that? Class says I feel alive, I feel something, I feel love. So how can I get there? Class says, well, if I feel numbed, I can put myself around caring people. If we're feeling that way, we can't get ourselves out of it. We need to take a little bit more action and effort. Class says you can join a support group. You can talk about what's troubling you. You can help someone because that touches your heart. That will move you into the positive direction. Class says I'm feeling aggravated. I feel aggravation. The opposite was happy, calm, and relaxed. Relaxed, class said. So how can I get there? Well, class says if you're feeling aggravated, you can listen to music, you can be involved in a hobby, you can take a time out, you can take a deep breath, you can change your surroundings if that's possible, or if you can't, then find a peaceful spot for a little bit of time. Class says I'm angry. Opposite is peaceful, nice, lovable. So what can we do to push us in that direction? Well, class says you can go for a walk, you can go for a drive. You can do something relaxing. You can keep your hands to yourself if you're angry. And class says if you're angry, you can refrain from saying mean things or cursing at people. And we made our note to our higher power by saying, higher power, God help me to keep clear eyes and be with me, walk with me, as I make the effort to overcome my issues. So we summed up our boards by saying, humble yourself to see better through a strong path of recovery. So here are our boards for this week. I hope that you will find something that will help you in your walk of life, and we will see you again next week. Make sure you answer them questions.